Hi, Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for FM Boxing Media.
This is Frankie Morgan here from FM Boxing Media, brought to you by the High Protein Company and Essex Event Hire. As you can see, I'm in George Liddard's hotel room. How's this happened?
Listen, mate, I always told you get a good interview, and I didn't really have a lot of time because obviously I wanted to go eat earlier after the ceremonial, so got you up here, eh?
Yeah, I see even yesterday you got told that you're only doing a scrum, and I've got to say a lot of people, including Tyler Denny, have said you're a good geezer, you're a good bloke, but I've said to a lot of people today that you're a better bloke than a lot of people think when it comes down to. Even the other day, you've walked into the gym, I've got my mate's clothing brand, I said, George, mind doing a quick thing? You've said, yeah, of course, mate, like you're that sort of bloke that would help anyone with anything. And
Listen, bro, like at the end of the day, we're all just. I don't like this whole like people want to do well, so they don't like seeing other people do well. I want to see everyone do well. Do you know? Listen, in my sport, my whole sport is about breaking another man's dreams opposite me. Why am I going to do that to everyone else in life? Do you know what I mean? I wanna help other businesses do well. It doesn't cost me nothing, man. It costs me nothing for you to come in here and me do an interview with you. It costs me nothing for me to put them clothes on. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get why people get so privileged about it at times. Listen, if I had a deal with a clothing company, different story. But I don't right now. So why am I not going to help out some young lads trying to do well? I want to see everyone do well, you know?
yeah, definitely. When Tyler Denny says, I don't know the exact quote, but it was something of he's a good kid trying to act like a bad kid. When he says that now, obviously, I know deep down you're a good bloke. That's what George Liddard is. But when you get in the ring, I'd say you're the opposite to a good bloke when you're in that boxing ring.
Listen, I'll be real. I got a good heart when it comes to people that I like, people that I can get on with. But there's a very dark side to me too, and a lot of people ain't seen that. But they do when I fight. Tyler's got it very mistaken if he takes my kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? I say that to a lot of people. Never take my kindness for weakness, because just like I can be kind, I can switch it off. And I can be a very, very different person. And that's what you'll see on Saturday night. You know, he wants to try and bring out some fakeness in the weigh-in today. The geezer's not said nothing for 2 days, right? And now he wants to bring out a little bit. Listen, he's going to see the dark side of me tomorrow night, and I will flatten him.
Does it seem like deja vu? Because I can remember you actually saying the exact words to Kieran Conway. You've been quiet all week. Where's this come from?
Listen, bro, I don't know what these people are on. They try to say I'm the one acting, but I hold my energy all week. My energy is the same from fight camp to fight week to fight night. I don't mess about. Listen, I say what I believe. I think a lot of these guys are trying to be a certain way. I think they say these things to try and convince themselves. Everything I say to the camera, to him, to anyone in the street is what I mean. I don't pull no punches. I'm a straight talker. I looked him in his eyes and I know I'm going to flatten him. You know, he don't look in my eyes and think the same. When we look in each other's eyes, you can see a lot from a man. He ain't ready to do what he's saying he's going to do.
Yeah, because when we watched the Kieran Conway fight week, a lot of people said George Liddard might be arrogant. They said they're mistaking your confidence for arrogance, basically. But this fight week, it seems like people are looking at you and saying he's very confident. No one's saying you're arrogant. It's like you've backed up what you said last time, so this time around it's going to be the same thing.
Exactly that. I talked the talk last time, and I think a lot of people worried I couldn't do the walk as well. I walked the walk, it may be even better, than I was talking it. So, listen, everything I say I'm going to do, it happens. And that's just how it is. I will flatten Tyler Denny tomorrow night and put a statement on.
Yeah, Tyler Denny obviously stood up on the stage and made a very, very bold claim that George Liddard has been dropped in sparring. I was there, George, I see it.
I know, everyone's seen it, seen it.
Who have you apparently been dropped by? Like, this is what I'm not
That's
understanding.
what I want to know too. All I'm saying is he's got some very bad moles. Whoever's in my camp, or they might not be in my camp, but have been around and have happened to say this, you got bad info, bro. Ain't a man alive that's dropping me. I said this to everyone off camera. You'd have to hit me with a sledgehammer. You know what I mean? I'm made of granite. I'm made of something else. Yeah, it's a silly story, man. Silly story. But if that's what helps him have a bit of confidence, maybe someone's done that to try and give him that bit of confidence that maybe there is a chink in my armour or there is a vulnerability. I hate to break it to you, Tyler, bro, but there's not. There's not. I'm made of granite. I'm made of steel, and you'll find out tomorrow night.
Giraffe like the fact that he's saying that, though, because it gives him that confidence that he's going to go in there to win the fight. He's going to come
Even
out
better
trying
for
to
me.
knock you out. So does that fall into your trap even better?
Come have a go, man. Just like everyone has before. Many have tried, many have failed. That's all I got to say. Come have a go. Listen, I want you to come. I want you to be on the best you. So if that's making up fake stories, then all good to you, bro. But listen, we both know the truth. We both know the truth. When you looked in my eyes and you said that to me, you know no one's dropped me in sparring. And I know he could tell that as well. I know he could tell that. So yeah, listen, if that's what helps him sleep tonight before the fight, albeit. But listen, I'm going to be tucked up in my bed, nice and cosy. I ain't been dropped, and you're the one getting flattened tomorrow night. So I'll sleep very well knowing that.
Yeah, obviously, a lot of people wrote you off last time round. Even I said to you, George, it's a very, very tough fight. I'll back you all the way, but this is the one where we see who George Liddard is. This time round, is this probably a bigger step up when it comes to proving a point when it comes down to Tyler Denny compared to Kieran Conway, or would you say it's probably a similar level but just a different style in fighter?
I feel like there's still some doubters. There's always going to be. Listen, if you ain't got doubters, you ain't doing enough. You know, I wouldn't be happy if everyone thought I was going to win this fight. There's obviously some competition. I think I'm probably the heavy favourite now after last performance, you know, and going off of, you know, our form. But listen, odds are for bookies, man. Odds are for bookies. He's coming here, he's trying to rip up the script, and I know that. I know he's coming here to try upset the odds. Can't take no man light. Whether I should beat him or not, I got a job to do tomorrow night, and that's what I'll do. You know, I don't get wrapped into the whole who's favourite. Last time I had a point to prove. This time I got an even bigger point to prove that I'm world class, and you'll see that.
Yeah, talking of world class, I actually see Gunman Boxing's interview with you, and he asked what would be your dream opponent. Now we all know the answer is Canelo Alvarez, but the answer switched a little bit yesterday. Munguia.
Listen, Canelo's on his way out a little bit now, you know, like that fight's a little bit unrealistic. If I ever got to share the ring with him, mate, unbelievable. Be amazing, you know, he's been my idol in boxing for a long, long time. But yeah, Munguia, you know, he's got a win over our gym. He's got a win from John Ryder, a good win too. And he's a big name, you know, he's lost, I think, one fight in about 46, 47 fights. You know, he's a massive name in Mexican boxing. Obviously weight above, but I have no doubt in the next few years we'll be up there at super middle. I just feel like going to Mexico and fighting Munguia in his backyard, and that'd be a dream come true for me. You know, I want the opportunity. So if that comes at some point, listen, I've got a lot of stuff to do first. I want to win world titles at 160. But if you talk dream fights, there's a who's around right now. It's probably one of the biggest fights to be made.
Yeah, and obviously you've just said that you might be moving up in a few years, but I spoke to you off camera and you said this is the best you've actually made weight. Now, a lot of people do question weight when it comes to your sort of weight division with you, even with Jimmy, even with Kieran Conway in the last fight. But this time round, you've actually flown through the weight, ain't you? Especially considering last time I see you, you was going for a slaggy Dominoes, as you said.
Oh, the bloody slaggy Dominoes. Listen, I'll still be having a slaggy Dominoes after the fight. Don't worry about that. I'm never not going to have any slaggy Dominoes. It's the best thing ever.
I think that's a George Liddard cert, ain't it? It's a holiday and a
I
slaggy
think I've
Dominoes.
got to put a little copyright on that. Do you know what I mean? Slaggy Dominoes and a holiday, because it's what I do after every fight. You know, I get 2 pizzas, got to have a pepperoni, got to have a barbecue-based pizza as well. You got to do it right if you're doing it. You know, there's no one that does it like me. You know, I'm the best out there when it comes to a slaggy Dominoes.
I think Domino's need to sponsor you, don't they?
To be honest, mate, I've been waiting. I won't lie. You know, I even tagged them in a little photo I did a few fights ago, but I ain't heard nothing. So Domino's, you need to sort your act out, mate. Do you know what I mean? You could have all the fighters getting a slaggy Domino's after the fight and all their fans. Think about that one.
George, I want to sign off with one last thing. Tyler Denny's obviously sent his message at the weigh-in today, but if you had one last message, how George Liddard wins this fight tomorrow night, how does it finish?
Listen, it's going to be a spiteful performance, I'll be real. It's going to be spiteful. I'm going to dominate the fight. And listen, whatever round it happens, it happens. I don't really do that whole Mystic Mac, you know, round 3, I'm going to chin him. When it comes, it'll come. And it's a very scary place to be stood opposite me when you run out of options. I'm still faster, still stronger, still harder than you. Yeah, it's going to be a scary place for him come tomorrow night. And I just can't wait to get in there now.
George, I want to say thank you very much.
Top man, brother.
Look forward to getting a nice
Always a
photo
pleasure,
with
never a
Dose
chore.
again
You know, we're adding one to their collection this time.
Definitely.
Can I just say as well, the IBF, that belt is a beauty, baby. I can't wait to pick that up.